this episode is going to feature me with a sad, sick little voice. That's what happens in the school year when you teach. Minecraft 1.17 was the first of what turned into a two-part release. We all know this at this point, right? 1.17 added all the new items. Some didn't get added to survival at all until 1.18, such as the Spore Blossom. Others were added in a weird in-between state while waiting for the world generation that would fully integrate them into the game. Like Deep Slate, which generated between Y levels 0 and 16, or Dripstone, which could be found in clusters in normal caves. Today, our objective is to look at a mountain goat through a spyglass, which should take us through a bunch of the old terrain generation for the last time. Chapter 1. I guess we didn't learn our lesson about caving last time. So, we need 3 different components to our objective today. We need our spyglass, which is made up of amethyst and copper, and we need a mountain biome. Not a normal, like 1.18 plus mountain biome, but like a windswept hills, that kind of thing right there. Actually, let's go take a look at it. I suppose I need wood. I should probably do things like punching trees. I was ready to jump in and immediately go find an amethyst, but I can't really do that without, a pickaxe, for example. Okay, I don't see a single source of food. I wonder if there's some salmon down in here. Does anybody know why the boat recipe unlocks when you get into water? Because, it's funny. It's funny that it happens like that, but I don't understand why. I hear a baby zombie. We don't want that. That's a decent amount to... Ooh, there's some dripstone right there. Look at that. And notice that the ore textures have changed finally. So this kind of is a part 2 to the texture update, I guess. I am going to go get my little butt in that corner of the ravine, I think. I'm going to have something explode behind me right here, right now, aren't I? That's generally how that goes. Alright, let's learn. Can we do stone pickaxe? That feels like... Yeah, okay. Very fun. Do I need the dripstone? No, not at all. I'm going to grab it anyways for funsies. Alright, there are some pigs, but that's not what I'm looking for. I might come back to this river and hunt a few more salmon too. But I need sheep. And I need them quickly at this point. I need food. I need to stop and cook things and eat, but I really need sheep. Come on. Show yourselves. I know you exist. Chickens. Ooh, there's a sheep. There's 3 sheep. Excellent. 1. Awesome. 2. And... oh, there's even more than 3 sheep. Amazing. 3. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, let's settle ourselves down for a second. Ooh, look at this. What a cute little area. There's a village over there. We should go over there. We don't even need to kill sheep. One thing I'm not sure about is, what Y level copper generates at? I should look that up. So the wiki says that copper generates uniformly between Y levels 0 and 64. This is, of course, in 1.17. In 1.18 it changes a bit, but I think it just kind of tapers off pretty rapidly after Y level 0. If I'm recalling correctly, which I might not be. Alright, let's head towards that village. So, my plan is to head to the oceans. I've never found an amethyst that's exposed on the ocean floor, and I know that they can generate that way, and I really want to find one like that. So that's kind of my plan, is to look for the amethyst that way. This area, I'm gonna have to mark down the location of this village because there's a ton of windswept hills around here, and then there's more that direction. This is a great spot for coming back to for finding mountain goats. Did we learn our lesson about caving last time? Probably not. That's a skeleton right there. We will try to not bother him. Let's grab some iron. You know, I go through life, and by life I mean Minecraft, acting like light is actively a mob repellent. It is not, but it makes me feel better. And that's what matters, right? Ooh, buddy, don't do that. Don't do that! Go away. Alright, time to flee in terror. Let's go. How do I get out of here? There any other goodies in here? Ooh, there's copper right there. Look at that. Alright, hello copper, you beautiful, beautiful ore. I'm a big fan of copper all around. We need to go looking for mountain goats, but we need to find amethyst first. Amethyst is kind of gonna be our bottleneck, isn't it? Let's go back to the village and smelt some things and sleep through the night, and then we need to go looking for an ocean. Because I'm sure we'll find mountain goats all over the place. Chapter 2. Well, that wasn't an ocean, but I'll take it. Now we should go off in search of an ocean. Which direction? That's kind of the question. I think I'm gonna go this way. I don't know why, it's just calling my name. And who are we to argue with our name being called? That farm is very randomly way out here. What the heck? See, this is some of the stuff that kind of goes away in the new terrain generation, is like the broken stuff. The floating trees and flowers. And like, I don't know, it's kind of cool to come across a random, you know, too tall flower that's missing its bottom stem, you know? Like, I will miss that, I think. Oh, that's an amethyst right there! We don't even need the ocean! Look at that! Oh, that's kind of magical, actually. That's so cool. I guess I still technically haven't found any, like, ocean amethysts, but I'll take it. I mean, at the end of the day, my goal was mostly to run into one in the wild and not be, like, mining or even caving for it, which, like, caving technically counts, but, like... Okay, we're gonna take that away briefly. Just enough for us to actually, you know, break into the thing. Gosh, that's some thick calcite. Not calcite, calcite. There we go. Are there bad guys down here? I feel like there's bad guys down here. Let's add a little light. Okay, no, it's fully self-contained. We're all good. Excellent. We are going to take a nap in the amethyst. I love amethyst so much. The sound design is amazing. The visual design is awesome. I really like the different sizes of buds and how they look. I don't know. They just designed them really, really well. And now let's see if a stone pickaxe can... Yep, there we go. And that's all we need for the spyglass. This is going so fast, guys. What the heck? And now we have what we need. And hey, we know where another amethyst is. Chapter 3. Whatever floats your goat. Well, back to our village, I guess. Actually, we don't necessarily want to go to the village. We want to go to the mountains here. I haven't smelted any copper. We do need to do that. Let's go ahead and make our spyglass. Now that we're kind of here in the mountains area. All right, that's all we need to make our spyglass, which is 2 copper ingots and an amethyst. Oh my gosh. This is such a fun item that I just haven't really played with, like, at all before. Yeah. I should do that more often, let's be honest. Now, I want to, while I'm cooking up my fish there, I want to check what the biome... Yeah, this is mountains. Right here, right now. Mountains biome. I don't know if powdered snow actually starts generating... normally, because like mountains don't exist, groves don't exist, and these mountains don't generate like big snow patches. They don't generate snow blocks like those biomes do, you know? All right, we have so much salmon now. Let's go find this mountain goat. Sheesh, you can really see that this is where the inventory became nigh on unmanageable. Which makes sense as to why they added bundles experimentally for the first time. But like, ugh, it's bad. I find it interesting that they're not called mountain goats in game, because like they're clearly mountain goats, you know? Oop. Okay. They're clearly modeled off of mountain goats, not anything else. Oh, there's a wandering trader. Excellent. Perfect. I was kind of hoping you would show up, because this guy, okay, well, we don't get to see it here. This guy carries a lot of the blocks that you would normally find in like lush caves. Well, those didn't actually exist yet. So he carried things like drip leaf and would sell it to you. Okay, no mountain goats here. Let's see if, oh gosh. Wow, I really miscalculated that, like really bad. That's fine. Everything's fine. No one saw that. One thing that I'm really interested in seeing in 1.18 is the difference of terrain generation, right? Like, obviously it was a really big change as far as terrain generation goes, but I really, really love vanilla terrain generation in current Minecraft. And I know people will do modded Minecraft and use like terrain generation mods, and playing in these earlier versions, I can kind of see why. If someone's been playing Minecraft for a long time and started using terrain generation mods way back when, that makes a lot of sense actually, and I do kind of get it more after doing this series. Alright, there are so many mountains off around here. Let's head to those ones first. So I think if we start on this side and then we start circling around this big old ring of mountains, surely we'll come across a goat in that area, right? That is a mess of lava. What the heck? Gosh, the mountains go out that way too. I guess if we don't find any in this, like, close to the village area, we know where to go. Where to go next? Wait, was that a goat? Was that a goat? That's a goat. That's a goat. That's a goat. That's a goat. That's 2 goats. Oh my gosh. Well, look at you. There we go. Objective complete. Hi, buddy. Whoa, there he goes. Hi there. Now, I don't know if dirt breaks the horns. I don't think it does. I think it's just like stone and stuff like that. They're so cute. I love them so much. You come over here, buddy? What if you came over here and rammed me? I give you a nice path? I'm sure I've said it before here on the channel, but goats are my absolute all-time favorite animal. I love them so much. They're so silly and they're so sassy, and they've got the funniest little voices and mannerisms, and I love them so much. So naturally, they are one of my favorite animals in game as well. Oh, he's on the prowl. Did you see that head down? Let's. Oh, I got the. Oop! I forgot that that was even an achievement. I'm floating my goat. I'm not gonna try to pen him in because that's a futile endeavor with these guys, unless you put a whole roof on it. My dude, come here. Ooh, look at him. Come here. Ah, he didn't hit the wall. What the heck? Well, this has been a very, very chill and fun episode for our penultimate. Is that a flower forest behind me? Oh my gosh. When you don't need them, they are literally everywhere. Well, that is an excellent continuation of the saga. I will give this Minecraft world that. Well played. Anyways, I will see you next episode for the last episode in this series because I started playing in 1.19. So 1.18 is the last new version for me to experience. I'm super excited to see like what the terrain difference is like because we've been playing in this old terrain generation so much lately. I'm really excited to really feel the difference when I load into our next world. I will see you there. Bye!